What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. Before I crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on to stay up to date with the latest Manchester City transfer news first and fast this summer. Daily Manchester City transfer updates for everybody to enjoy. Aiming for 20k subscribers. We're less than 900 subs away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also, you can find my social media links in a description below, sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. Twitch link also in the description below too if you want to go and follow me on my Twitch. Leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. Once more, the like goal is 400 likes. Leave your thoughts as well of what you made of these transfers in the comments below. And lastly, just wanted to give a big shout out to the latest JSGC member, Gary Young. Your support is much appreciated by me. Absolute legend. If you want to become a member of my channel and gain access to custom stickers and emojis, as well as priority access to some of my videos, as well as a shout out on one of my transfer updates as well, then do become a member by pressing the join button, which you can find next to the subscribe button. Without further ado, let's crack on with this video. We're going to start off first with a little bit of out news. We're going to start off first with Matt Smith, who is set to join Hull on loan for the rest of the season. It'll be a good move, I think, for Matt Smith as well into the Championship. I think he's a class defensive midfielder, and it'll be good to see him getting some competitive football under his belt once more, and I'm interested to track his progress and see just how the Welsh international does do. This is according to Hull Live. Now, moving on to the next story, Daniel Arzani, the Australian. He will join CFG side Lommel SK on a season-long loan, who of course are based in Belgium. He's currently in Belgium, Daniel Arzani is at the moment. He is in quarantine after arriving from Japan from the Olympics with Australia. He's a 22-year-old winger who showed a lot of promise when Manchester City first signed him from Melbourne City. Since then, he went out on loan to Celtic. He then struggled with his injuries, and I'm hoping that them injuries now are in the past. He's over them, and he can really start to kick on with his career. Still relatively young, 22 years old, and if he is over them injuries, then hopefully he can go out there and have a fantastic loan, and he can really kick on from there. Fingers crossed for him. Now, moving on, we've got an update on Liam Delap. Football League World there reporting Stoke City. They're having doubts now about this loan transfer of Liam Delap. They are wondering right now if Manchester City do want to sell Liam Delap this summer on loan. Man City seem very reluctant to make this transfer happen, and because of it, Stokes are having doubts about this and are coming up with contingencies right now. But doesn't mean the transfer is dead in the water. It can still happen. Like I said, though, it's complicated because Man City want to keep hold of Liam Delap. They want him to train with the first team squad and keep him in and around the City first team scene and see how he gets along. So we'll see what happens. That might be something that gets dealt with much later into the window. Now, jumping into the ins, we've got a quick update on Alex Grimaldo, an update from a couple of days ago. Now, Pedro Almeida in Portugal has said that Benfica, they had an original asking price of 30 million euros. That's been knocked down apparently to 25 million euros now for the 25-year-old Spanish left-back. Grimaldo apparently is very interested in a move to Manchester City, and he would like to sign for Manchester City, but as of yet City are interested, but isn't anything more than that. There isn't anything concrete, and there certainly isn't anything in terms of bids or anything like that. However, doesn't mean there isn't any bids from any other clubs for Grimaldo, though, because apparently Lazio have made an offer, 15 million euros plus 2 million euros in add-ons, which has been rejected by Benfica, and apparently Shakhtar Donetsk are also now interested in signing Alex Grimaldo. Having a look at the clubs and who he's getting linked with, I feel like City's name's probably being chucked out there to get a good deal there, not only for Benfica, but also for Grimaldo himself and his representatives and his agent fee and things like that, that City's name's just being put out there to try and get a little bit more money rather than anything being genuine of interest from Manchester City. And I say that even though I like Grimaldo as a player, but Manchester City currently not looking at left-backs, and the main reason for that is because we've got Zinchenko, we've got Benjamin Mendy, and it would take probably one of them two to leave first before a left-back is addressed. I thought that might have come this summer, that it would get addressed, but I've got a feeling Benjamin Mendy's on a last chance saloon at Manchester City, and I'm hoping he's over his injuries and he can really start to kick on, just like I was mentioning with Arzani before and his injuries. I'm hoping Mendy, this will be the season where he can get over his injuries and he can really kick on and show the promise of why we paid £50 million to bring him in from AS Monaco. And he's not had a bad pre-season for City so far, so hopefully, touch wood, my desk is made of wood, that he can kick on from there. Now, moving on to Romelu Lukaku, got an update on him. If you wanted him to sign for Manchester City, I'd say right now, looking pretty doubtful, and you're not going to like what I'm going to say. Chelsea, they're interested. Manchester City are also interested as well, and apparently Lukaku is a contingency to Harry Kane. However, I think Man City are putting all their striker eggs in one basket with Harry Kane, and if it isn't Harry Kane that is signed this summer, then I don't think we'll be signing a striker this summer. That's honestly what I do think. Anyway, Chelsea, they are interested in Lukaku. They have made a move. There's been conflicting reports. Fabrizio Romano has said a €100 million bid is in from Chelsea, which is of course Inter's asking price that we've covered on previous videos. Apparently, as part of that €100 million deal, includes Marcos Alonso on that. That has been rejected by Inter Milan. They're saying that they're now wanting more than €100 million and have continued with what they've continued to say all summer. Lukaku isn't for sale. And then Sky Sports have said, and it's been backed up by other sources as well, as saying an £85 million bid has gone in by Chelsea and it has been rejected by Inter. And it's confusing as to whether this is the first or second bid from Chelsea, but Chelsea are preparing a new bid as they're looking to try and bring Lukaku back to Stamford Bridge. And like I said, with City being interested in a contingency there to Harry Kane, there could well be another player that City may well not be able to target. So it is literally looking like, if we are going to sign a striker, it's Harry Kane or nobody. And speaking of Harry Kane, we do have an update on him. Harry Kane, he's spoken to a player at Manchester City that isn't English. Don't know which player. People have been spreading rumours saying it's Kevin De Bruyne, but I can't back that up with fact. I do not know that for sure. But apparently he's spoken to a Manchester City player that isn't English and said that he isn't returning to training at Tottenham Hotspur until he is going to be granted, that he's going to be told that he can leave Tottenham Hotspur. That's come via The Athletic. Actually, it's come via Charlie Eccleshare, who is the Spurs correspondent at The Athletic, and he also reported that Manchester City would be willing to go up to as much as £130 million for Harry Kane, which is a whopping amount of money, and yeah, very expensive transfer for Manchester City. Anyway, the latest with Harry Kane, it's quite simple. He didn't turn up for training yesterday. He hasn't turned up the day before as well for Tottenham Hotspur, and so he more than likely will be fined, and the rumours is that he won't be turning up for training today, and he's not going to be turning up for training for the whole week for Tottenham Hotspur. He's set to return back at the weekend. Some people have been speaking about there's a clause in his contract saying he can have an extra week's rest. However, considering Spurs are contemplating fining Harry Kane, I'm going to suggest that that probably isn't the case. And Sky Sports have said that Harry Kane will return to training at the weekend, and this is Harry Kane's way of letting the Spurs board know that he isn't happy, that he wants to leave, and he wants to leave to join Manchester City. So if there's any more developments, I will let you guys know, of course, first and fast, and something that I am definitely keeping my eyes and ears open for. And speaking of things I'm keeping my eyes and ears open for, Jack Grealish, got a little update on him. He's still with the Villa camp at this moment in time. We've not had any developments in terms of Jack Grealish being given that green light for him to leave Aston Villa to come up to Manchester to speak with Manchester City. That hasn't happened yet. Then Fabrizio Romano has said that Manchester City, the hold-up is due to Manchester City are still in talks with Aston Villa. That is why there is a hold-up in this deal. Jack Grealish is still very interested in joining Manchester City. Manchester City still want Jack Grealish to join them, and both parties seem like they want to make the move happen. However, a timescale seems to have been put on this from Jack Grealish and his party, and said that if nothing has materialised by the end of this week, he wants his future sorted, and if that goes into next week, and then he'll be signing a new contract at Aston Villa. So I imagine Aston Villa fans, they'll be wanting this to be dragging on and stalling for as long as possible, that an agreement isn't found and he can sign a new contract. To me, it's all about Jack Grealish. I feel like if Jack Grealish wants this transfer, he needs to make this transfer happen by making it clear to Aston Villa that he wants to leave. I know he's reluctant to do that. He doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to lose the support of the club that he supports since a child, the club that he loves so much. Doesn't want to do that. But if he's wanting the transfer to happen and we are to get a little bit of a breakthrough, I feel like Jack Grealish is going to have to communicate and let this know to Villa that he wants the transfer. Can Villa sort that out with Manchester City and get that sorted ASAP so the transfer can be done? Because if not, then he'll be signing a new deal at Aston Villa, and him and Manchester City will be thinking what could have been, and we could be looking at another Kaká type situation. So yeah, don't want to cause any concern for anybody with the transfer. I'm still confident the transfer can get done. I'm just wanting, just like everybody else is, for the transfer to be wrapped up and sorted as quickly as possible. I know transfers take time. I just feel like we're 99% done. We're waiting for that 1%, and until it is 100%, transfers can collapse, transfers cannot happen, and that's still what we're waiting for. Not too sure what the hold-up is. If I do get word on what that hold-up is and why things haven't been sorted between Manchester City and Aston Villa, my understanding was a £100 million bid was in from Manchester City and Villa would be accepting that. I don't know if that's something to do with the finances and how City are paying that money, a little clause in the contract or something, but what I will say is if City wants it to happen, then City will have to pull their finger out. It may need, I'm just saying may, speculating, Jack Grealish to maybe force the issue, but yeah, hoping that things do start to materialise, because I don't want this to collapse. I think Jack Grealish is a fantastic player. I would like him at Manchester City, and I don't want to be sitting here with regret thinking what could have been, because, you know, we've been reluctant over, I don't know, whatever it might be. It could be as something as stupid as a bonus, and all of a sudden we miss out on a brilliant player and a fantastic transfer because of a bonus. So yeah, hopefully something will get sorted. When it does get sorted, like I said yesterday in my video, that yeah, social media is probably the quickest way to stay up to date, so worthwhile following me on my Twitter and Instagram if you haven't already. Don't forget also to subscribe to my channel. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. 20k subscribers now is what we're aiming for. 900 subs away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. I'll keep you up to date first and fast with the latest Manchester City transfer news. Also, don't forget to leave your thoughts of what you made of these transfers in the comments below. Always interesting what you have to say with regards to these transfers. Jack Grealish hold up. How are you feeling? Let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. Like goal is 400 likes. And also, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you want to become a JSGC member, get a shout out on one of my transfer updates and priority access to some of my videos, and also access to custom stickers and emojis during my live streams and things like that, then do become a member by pressing that join button, which you can find next to the subscribe button. Twitch link also in the description below if you want to go and follow me on my Twitch. And yeah, social media links, like I said, in the description below, sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries, and I'll be back again religiously tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. Hopefully tomorrow will be the day we get a breakthrough in that Jack Grealish transfer. I feel like it is a matter of time. Can it happen? Hopefully, I do hope so. So I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.